Do you secretly have no idea how to get a potential customer on a sales call with you? By the end of this video, you are going to know exactly how to get your dream customers or clients on that call with you without any awkwardness or stress sweats. For more super simple and easy to implement business building advice, make sure that you like this video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell so that you're notified when I go live with new videos every Monday and Thursday. I've been teaching new entrepreneurs the art of attraction-based sales for over 18 years, and now I'm here to teach you. When it comes to getting your PPC, otherwise known as your perfect potential customer or client, on a call with you, it really does come down to three super simple steps. And that first one is to get in front of your PPC. Now, if you don't know how to get in front of your PPCs, I'm going to share two of my favorite four ways of growing your business right now. So I refer to these as RGAs, or revenue generating activities, the activities you do that generate revenue. And I recommend four of them for all first time entrepreneurs. But for right now, we're going to talk about two. That is public speaking and networking. Those are two of the easiest ways and also free ways to get you in front of your PPC or your PPC in front of you. Now, if you haven't already, I've got two videos I'm going to want you to check out. One is on public speaking and one is on networking and how to do it strategically to build your business. You can go watch those videos later, but for right now, just remember that strategic networking and public speaking, both online and offline, are going to be the fastest, freest ways to get in front of your PPC so you can actually bring up the topic of getting on a call with you. Super simple step number two is to uncover your PPC's problems or symptoms. Now, again, I talk a lot about the importance of knowing your PPC's problems and their symptoms. I have oodles of videos that you can go dig into specifically on that. But right now, what I'm going to say is that you want to understand the biggest problem that your PPC is experiencing, and more importantly, the symptoms of how they show up in their lives. One of the things that I'll talk about often is Tylenol and headaches. So if someone has a headache, they will often reach for a Tylenol to get rid of that headache. Tylenol does a great job of talking about how to deal with pain. But what no one is talking about is the problem. They may be dehydrated, need a massage, they're super tense, maybe hormones are wreaking havoc. It could be a number of things. But you notice how Tylenol markets, they market to the symptom, not the problem. So for you, you need to think about the problem. Of course, you're an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are problem solvers, and you need to solve that problem if you're going to be considered good at what you do and have an impact. However, most of the time, what you're going to want to talk to are the symptoms. So now that I've kind of broken that down for you, you need to think about when you're out networking or public speaking, how do I recognize the symptoms in the person that I am talking to see if they are a potential new customer or client? The best way to do that is to engage in conversation and ask questions. But here's the thing, you can't really ask straight out, hey, are you having a hormone problem? Is that why you have a headache right now? I don't recommend that. So, more than likely, you're going to have to get creative and conversational with the types of questions that you're asking to really uncover these symptoms in a way that's not rude or awkward and flows within conversations. Let's use me as an example. If I'm out networking, odds are I'm already at a place where I'm pretty sure my PPC, first time entrepreneurs, are going to be hanging out. As we get talking, I'm going to talk about subjects around entrepreneurship because odds are, again, that's why we're both here. And who doesn't love talking about their businesses? I know I could talk about business forever. So I'll probably start asking questions about what it is that they do, how long they've been doing it, how they got into it. And generally speaking, because I'm somebody who teaches people how to build a business, how to talk about their business, how to understand their role and the value that they play in the marketplace, how to connect with their market, because I teach those things, I have a pretty fine-tuned system for when someone doesn't know what they're talking about. And when I say that, it's not that they don't know it and feel it and can't do what they do. It's just that they have a problem sometimes communicating that. And so just by asking three simple questions, what do you do? How long have you been doing it? How'd you get into it? Oftentimes that is enough for me right there to uncover whether or not this person is really confident in what they're saying and knows how to talk about what they do in a way that is exciting and pulls a person in. Or are they going on and on and on and on about what they do, but never getting to the point? Do I not really understand them? When I ask how they got into it, are they telling me about their purpose and the impact they want to make? Or are they tripping on their words and feeling on the spot? There's questions that you can ask that it's not what the person says necessarily, but the way that they answer it that tells you so much. Other times it might be more of a direct question and you might get more of a specific answer for what you're looking for. Asking questions is really the best way to uncover if the person you're talking to is a PPC, a potential customer or client. But remember that sometimes you got to go around those questions into a gentler version. Sometimes you have to listen to what they're not saying, check the body language, check where their confidence is or isn't. Or sometimes it is a direct question and you get that direct answer and it lets you know. Either way, I will tell you there is no magic answer I can give you right now on what questions to ask and how you can ask them. It really is about getting out there and public speaking, networking, getting in front of your PPC and starting to have conversations with them to see what questions work, to see what uncovers whether or not they are a PPC in the first place, and then go from there. Before we move on to point number 3, I want you to comment below and tell me what is the one question that every time you ask it, you're able to recognize if this person is your PPC right away. And this brings us to point number 3. If you recognize your PPC, ask if they want to hop on a call. And I know that's super scary, right? This is when those stress sweats start happening. We start tripping on our words. We start getting in our heads about it. We start thinking, oh God, I don't want to come off as salesy, but oh God, I want to say something because if I don't, they're going to walk away and I'm going to lose them forever. Ah! No. No. Listen, if you haven't already gone and done my co-created attraction sales process video, you need to go check that out. I talk a lot about the red light, green light system and how to co-create the sales journey with the person you want to sell to. So when I talk about red light, green light, simply put, ask questions. Ask questions. If you have uncovered that this person is a PPC, a potential customer or client, based on the questions you've already asked and based on the problems that you've uncovered, if you think that this might be a good fit and you can help them, you can support them in some way, we bring in more of that red light, green light by asking more questions. Again, let's use me as an example. Let's say that I'm talking to somebody and when I ask them what they do, they're tripping on their words and then they admit to me, you know what, I don't really know how to talk about it very well yet. And I get that a lot. That's what a lot of people say to me. So then I would most likely respond with, do you know what? I have a really simple process that I use to teach first time entrepreneurs how to talk about what they do in a way that's really compelling and intriguing. Do you want to hop on a call next week and we can talk about that? That's it. That's all you got to do. I recognized a problem. I know that I have a solution that might work for them. I simply open up the, would you like to hop on a call and we can talk about it? And then it's a red light or a green light. It's a yes, I would love that, or it's a no, I'm okay. And if it's a no, I'm okay, no, they're okay. Continue the conversation or wrap it up and move on to the next conversation. Either way, it's great. And if it's a yes, I would love that, fantastic. Then the next question or the next statement out of my mouth is going to be awesome. What's the best way to get in touch with you? Right? Again, asking a question. I get that response. You can add me on Instagram. You can send me an email. Here's my business card. Then I would simply respond with, great, you're going to get an email from me tonight. There's going to be a link in there to my online calendar. Go book yourself a call and let's make it happen. Easy peasy, right? So it's really important that when you recognize your PPC, you're not getting in your head and panicking. You're just continuing to ask questions. Connect with that problem, offer up the potential solution, ask if they'd like to hop on a call with you, and then let them know how you're going to book that call. Now, I do not necessarily recommend pulling out your phone in that moment and booking something in. There's just something that feels kind of icky about that in the moment, a little bit aggressive, a little bit pushy. Also, it feels like you're putting your PPC on the spot because they might say yes in the moment, but what if that night or tomorrow they change their mind? You're putting them on the spot a little bit, and I don't recommend that. It's uncomfortable for everyone. Also, when you're in a setting, especially a social setting, and you're whipping out your phones and getting in there, it really breaks the flow of conversation and it kind of creates an awkward situation. So I don't recommend it. However, there are times where I will do it. If it's somebody that I know and we've already had multiple conversations and have a relationship of some sort already, I might whip out my phone because we're already relational. We've already got invested interest in each other. It's a bit more smoother to go, great, I'm free on Wednesday at 3. Are you free? All right, let's put it in. I'll send you a confirmation. That's the only case where I would normally do that. But if this is a stranger, don't do that. Don't do that. Send them an email. Thank them for the great conversation. Here's the link to my thing. Book the thing. Let's do the thing. That's what I recommend. And of course, now that you know how to get people on a call, how do you actually find the right people? All right, look in the comments below. You are going to see a link to my free training. It is the 4 business building basics every new entrepreneur needs to know. And I talk about those 4 fast and free RGAs, revenue generating activities. If you're looking for even more support, definitely come and join my Facebook group, the Rad Connectors Community. And you're going to get to meet other first-time entrepreneurs and build some business friendships. And you're also going to get access to oodles of training, resource, online events, ways that you can continue to grow your business and grow yourself along your own entrepreneurial journey. All right, go check out the 2 videos I recommended. I think that the networking and the sales free sales call template are the best places for you to start next. If you like this video, remember to hit like, subscribe, and share it with your business besties. Until next time, I'll see you online. Happy connecting.